What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Lacey Swain, and I'm from Gordon, Nebraska.
All right. How did you originally hear about my lessons?
I was just searching YouTube because I wanted to learn how to play the piano, and I saw some of your intros, and I was like, yeah, I've got to try this out. I was hooked.
Do you remember the first song that you really? I think you already told me, but
Oh, let's see. There's so I just kind of kept going through them. I wish I could think. Let's see.
maybe you
It
didn't
was
tell me.
probably, I think, The Chair by George Strait. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I found. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I love this. And I was so
Yes.
excited.
And I want more country on the site. I'll tell you that because I have some, but I wish I had a lot more. So maybe we can start doing that. Um, what what did you like most about my lessons?
Well,
What
they're
like?
easy. Oh, go
Go ahead.
ahead. They're
I didn't.
easy to, they're really easy to learn from, and I don't know, it just makes sense how you do it. I can pick it up, and within a week, I practice a few lines, and within a week, I'm pretty good, and it's just encouraging. I love it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I have to credit some of that to all the students that I taught before I actually started the online lessons because I'm going to be 51 this year, but I've been teaching since I was in my early teens.
That's
And
amazing.
I've had students, like 50 students every week for like 20 years. And, they're coming in
Oh,
and out, I mean, constantly. So you kind of learn what people need if you have the
hmm
same thing over and over again. No, so
hmm
if someone having trouble with a certain thing, probably another person's going to have that trouble too. So you kind of get an instinct to what most people are going to need. So it just kind of pops into my head from all of those years of doing that. Oh, someone's going to need this, someone's going to need that, because my experience is not going to be your experience, right? Because
right.
I have a different background. This is my life. I've done it. So things that are
Yeah,
easy to me aren't going to be easy to you. But since
right.
I've sat on the side by side on the bench with people, I kind of have an experience there of knowing what just what you guys are going to need. So I have to credit all my students that I've had for all those years with that. Let's see. Next question. What makes my lessons different than the other lessons that are on YouTube and so forth?
Well, they're easier to pick up from, and I love that I can play songs that I actually love, actually know, and that makes me excited because you have such a mix of songs that we can learn from. And so instead of learning how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb over and over, we get to
Yeah.
actually learn how to play something that's exciting.
Yeah. So do you know why I'm asking the question. I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you, do you know why the library is so good, diverse with all kinds of music? Do you know why that is?
Probably because you do different hire requests. Is
That's
that?
right. I'm not choosing them. You guys choose them. If it was
Uh-huh.
just me, it would be one-sided and it wouldn't be for, but since everyone is getting to, do the hard request, the whole library is built off what everybody else wanted. And you guys tend to like the same types of music. So we get a little bit of everything for everybody. So,
Hmm.
again, credit to you guys. Um, are you like when I do the lessons, I really try to I've always tried to make it just like the album version. Like when you gave me that high request and I saw that guy with the the fixed up silver hair playing the country song, I was like, I go out there, I want to show Lacey exactly what he's doing because he's doing awesome, and I want to get every detail that he's doing that I possibly can so that she can do what he's doing. And I've always done it that way. A lot of other websites will kind of water it down, or they'll do a version or a rendition. But I've always wanted to give you even if it's hard, I wanted to give you exactly what they're doing in the video. Did you realize that I do that for everything? Do you care? Does that matter to you?
I did realize that, and I do care. And just like you did check yes or no, and the guy in the video, he plays with karaoke.
Uh-huh.
And now that I'm getting pretty good at that one, I find something with karaoke, and it's really fun because you can play with it,
Yeah.
and it's like you're the band. I love it.
Yes. Lacey, do you sing while you're playing? I get the feeling you
I
can
know
sing.
I could, but I don't really. I kind of like I pick out the ones where the melody's in there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm not that great a singer. I mean, I could be, but it's too much.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah.
I have I've told you that I've taught so many, students for all these years. I get instincts about things, and my
Mhm.
instinct tells me that you could sing and play if you would go for it. I know
Actually,
that you could. That's there. I've never heard you play. I've never heard you sing, but my instinct is that you could do that if you went
I,
after it and you tried with an
I
easy enough song, built your confidence.
I think I could. I took voice lessons a little bit too back in the day. I
Yeah.
could, I just never really got into it because what if I wanted to go to Nashville?
Yeah. Right. You
I'm joking.
Yeah, start with I know the Beatles aren't really country, but they'd be a good one to start singing with because they have that range that's kind of right in the middle where everybody can sing, and the chord progressions aren't that hard. They're a good one kind of to start that process, and then you could go to go back to the country that you like, but they're a good place to start. But I feel like you could do that. That's just my gut instinct. Um, let's see what's next here. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with my lessons?
10 plus. I love everything you're doing. You're great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. If I were going to rate myself, I'm going to give maybe a 9 or something because I always feel like there's room for improvement. If I did a 10, and you're never there. And if you stop trying to get better, you stop being good, I think. So thank you for that. I appreciate that you feel that way about it.
Mhm.
Um, would you recommend my lessons to a friend or a family member? And if so, why?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a bunch of people at my house for Christmas, and they're looking at my sheet music, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, that looks hard." And I'm like, "It's not hard." And I sat down and played for them, and they're like, "Wow, you're a lot better than you would think." And I'm
Yeah,
like, "Well, it's just because of Shawn's sheet music or his style of playing," and they're really impressed. So yeah, I recommend you. I
wonderful.
would,
Thank you.
and I
Thank you.
do.
And I love that you played for people. I would suggest keep doing that. Keep playing for people. Find audiences that you're comfortable with, like the nursing home and friends and family. Get your confidence, and then it's so fun. I'm doing it myself right now. I've never done it like regularly, though I have done it in my life. My son is a guitar player, and he's a virtuoso pretty much. He can play anything he wants. He's 18, and for his sake, we're going to start gigging. So we've been practicing some songs, and I'm actually
Good.
having a lot of fun at it. So we're going to go places and play because that's what he wants to do. And I don't know if
That's
there's any money in that for him or not, but it's his dream and his passion. And I say, just go for that and see where it leads
awesome.
you.
Yeah, I love it. That's great.
Yeah. So, Lacey, I'm gonna at the end of this, I'm gonna send you an email, and I'm
Okay.
gonna put my phone number in there. You can text me or call me anytime if you run into a problem or you get stuck on a lesson. All right, I'm happy to help. I'm trying to reach out to members to help give some individual help. That's part of my new thing I'm trying to do. Yeah, and if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to put a link on there for Google, and you
Uh-huh.
click it and just write a couple of sentences of a review because that's what I'm supposed to do too. And it just take you a minute, and that'll help me with my rankings on Google if you wouldn't mind doing that. And with the time we have left, is there any questions you have for me, anything you'd want to ask, or anything I can do for you?
I do want to know how busy is your custom hire list? Is it
You know
taking up
what? I will fit you in. If you have some stuff you want to do, I'll fit you in because this is so valuable to me. And I know you, I mean, we're friends now because we've met. So
yeah,
I'll fit you in. If you send me some stuff you want to do, I'll fit you in. It'll
okay.
be maybe 3 weeks before I can get it done, but I'll fit you in there. I'm not officially advertising the list again because if when I used to do that, I'd get like 200, and it'd be a year.
Oh,
So instead of
that's
doing that, I don't even advertise, and people will send me the request, and I kind of get as much as I need. So
okay.
if you send me something, I will fit you in. I promise. I'll get yours in. I'll give you a good deal on it because I appreciate you doing this
Well,
testimonial so much.
I'm not asking for a good deal. I was just curious. I have like 3 songs and I'll have to pick which one. But
Well, send
I,
send them to me. Yeah, I love, and you know what? I've been wanting to do more country as well. In fact, people have told me that looked at my analytics said you need more country, so you'll be helping me out that way too. So send them to me. Do you
okay.
do you know what they
And
are? I'm just curious.
yeah, there's one by Kenny Chesney, The Boys That Fall. There's this really pretty rendition on YouTube. Have
Uh
you
huh.
ever heard The Boys That Fall?
I know. No, I know Kenny Chesney. I maybe have. I just don't recognize the title, but I probably have.
I think there's a pretty like Rose of San Antone. That's an older one. Have you
Okay.
ever heard of that one before? I,
Again, the names kind of, if I heard it, I would probably go, oh, okay.
and then
But
there's this really cool Red River Rock.
okay.
Red. Have you ever heard of that? It's so cool on the. It was like when I was trying to decide which one to sent to you last time, it was like, do I do the George Jones one or do this? It just playing the Red River Valley over and over, but like in like a rock style. I
Yeah.
loved it. So,
So are these going to be covers? Or are these going to be covers of someone else playing like melody in the right hand? Or are they, is that what they
yeah,
are? That's what you like to do? Cool. I love
yeah.
that. Yeah. So,
Okay.
and you know, some of the, have you found this too? Some really good arrangements of stuff people do, and they don't have hardly any views. And then there'll be stuff that's junk, and it'll have a million views. So that's kind of frustrating because you guys will find these little treasures of these people that are playing awesome, you know, arrangements, and they only have a few views. So I love that we're kind of helping them out too, because I always, you know, say this is what I'm doing, hoping that it'll give them some more views as well. But I'm looking forward to that because I love the stuff that you give me. So send them over, and I'll fit you in. I'll give you try to give you a date on
Okay.
completion of it, and we'll
I
get it done.
probably shouldn't send all three. I probably should just send one, right? Because you're busy and stuff.
You can send all three if you want. And I'll because I don't have a whole lot right now, and
Okay.
yeah, send them, and I'll look at them and I'll see. Maybe I'll just pick one, or maybe I can
Okay.
schedule you in for all three because I'm trying to be scheduled as well. I've never done that. You know, musicians are kind of tend to be, you know, just get up whenever, work, you know, 15 hours one day and none the next day. But I'm trying to be scheduled now, and I'll be able to give you a good idea of when I'm gonna be able to get to them. But I want to do these for you, so send them to me.
Okay. Well, don't take the fun out of it. You know, you got to keep your business fun too. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is fun, Lacey. I'm having a blast doing these interviews, and now that I meet you and these others, I love doing the requests because I go, oh, this is for Lacey, this is for, you know, so and so. So I'm like, this is fun because before that you're just name or faceless, and I don't know who you are. But after getting to
Yeah.
meet you, it's extra fun for me, and it doesn't take me that long to
Okay.
write it out. You know what I'll do? I'll go to the dining room table, put the headphones on, and I'll listen. I'll write it out because I was born with perfect pitch, so I hear everything immediately, and I just write it out. And then so it takes me actually longer to learn to play it because I have to go through that physical learning of it. So that's the part that takes the longest is me learning to play it, and then I can make the videos. But just figuring out is nothing.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's so cool. Well, I might send them all to you, and then you pick the one you like the best, or whatever you're excited about, or a
Sure.
couple, whatever you
Well,
want to do.
if
Yeah,
you're
I love
excited
it.
about it, I am. I want to do the stuff that you're gonna be happy about. So
Yeah.
that's great. See, I'm sort of famous, you know, whatever, but I'm not that enough people to where I don't have any time. So I kind of like it this way.
Yeah, you're doing
So
great.
yeah. So thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it. Yes, there we go, Lacey. How are you doing?
How are you doing? It's nice to
Yes, it's nice to meet you. Your audio might be cut
Yeah.
out. Can you talk? Oh, there you are. I can hear you now. Okay, great. Yeah, it is. It's nice to finally meet you. So,
Yeah,
wow, thank you for doing this.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything to help you. I love your program and everything you've done.
Well, thank you so much. Reason I'm doing this because I've been doing the online lessons for like 17 years, and I've never actually worked on the business part ever. And so I've had some business coaches helping me, and they're astounded that I'm doing as well as I am without any work on the business end at all. You know, no advertising, nothing. And so this is one of the things they said to do is just, you know, get some testimonials. And, you know, I figured who better than my hard request people that I'm already have contact with. And you all feel like you know me already. It's been great getting to know you guys. So that's been a real treat for me. I thought it would be overwhelming, but I'm actually really enjoying it and looking forward to it every day. So yeah, it's been
Yeah,
great.
I
So
bet. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
figured for now, I remember we did a hard request. I've done so many, they run together. Well, was it the Freebird? Is that the one I did for you?
No, let's see. You've done a couple. You did George Strait, The Cowboy Rides Away, and
That's
then
it. Yeah.
another George Strait, Check Yes or No, and
Okay.
then really fancy George Jones song because I kind of like the country
That's the
music.
one. That's the
Yeah.
one. Yes. Okay. That was fun. That's one I'd actually like to play through and put on YouTube where I'm playing it all the way through because
Uh-huh.
whoever that guy is in the video is he's awesome. I wish he had more of a following. It seems like he did a couple of things, and what but it's really good.
I love it. Yeah. And so I was so excited when you did it for me. I mean, I'm practicing. I'm not good
Yeah.
at it. It's going to take a while.
Hey, we're all practicing. We're all trying to get better. I'm trying to get better. And people think I'm just saying that, but it's really true. Some days I feel like I suck, like I'm terrible. And I really do sometimes. And then, I feel better other days, but we all have those times when we're not feeling so great about how we're playing. We all run into roadblocks. I still do myself. I mean, it's all a journey, and we have fun in the journey. But you are playing it and having some fun with it and
Yeah, I'm trying. It's just taken me a long time. I'm not real good, but it's funny that, I tried to learn how to play the piano when I was a kid, but you never got to learn songs that you actually liked. You had to play other stuff. And what I love
yeah.
about your program is, you get to learn how to play stuff you actually like and you're excited about.
I love that. Hey, I want to help you out a little bit. Are you holding a phone?
Yeah, I'm trying to. What do you want me to
It
do?
might be better if yeah, that's better because I can kind of see around you a little bit. I can see your face better actually if it's if you could prop it up or like right how it is right now, it's great. Is there
Okay.
a way to prop it up so you don't have to worry about it? But if it doesn't bother you, that's fine with me.
No, I think I'm good. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever. I'm not real good at this.
You're
Does
doing
it work?
fine. Yeah, and
Okay.
I bet you're better than you say you are when at your playing. We all feel like we're not doing so good a lot of times. So I just want to kind of get just to get to know you here for the first few minutes. At the end, because I have 30 minutes, Zoom was going to cut me off because I only have the free version. But at the end, I'm just going to ask you some questions, and they're for the business part, of the stuff we're doing. And if it'll sound like maybe you're repeating some things that we've already talked about, but if you wouldn't mind just answering them again for the purposes of what we're doing it for. So that'll be at the end. I'll let you know when we get there. But
Okay.
first, I just kind of want to, where are you from? Are you in the U.S.?
Yes, I am. I'm from Gordon, Nebraska, so I live in a really small town. Well, and there's no stoplights in this county, so that's one of the reasons. Like I grew up, you kind of look for things that you can do,
Mm-hmm.
and playing the piano, like learning online, something I can do.
Yeah, yeah. So did you play growing up as a kid? Did you have piano lessons? Did you have guitar lessons? Any formal instruction like that at all, or was it all just on your own?
I had a few piano lessons, but I just never really could get into it just because you never got to play songs you liked. You just had to
Right.
play whatever they told you to. And
That's
yeah, I
right.
love it.
I know. I mean, because the stuff like what were you listening to when you were growing up? What were you? What was on the radio? What were you putting in the
Always
CD
country
player?
music. Yeah,
Huh?
always country music.
Country
Country music.
music? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, how do you feel about the country music in the '90s, the Garth Brooks thing? And because some people like really love that, what Garth
hmm
Brooks did with country music. Some people just like the old stuff and say he ruined it. Or how do you feel about it?
I like all of it. I really do. And oh, I should have studied a little more before I came on this interview. I like was there a guy back in the day that played like for Charlie Rich, that song that you do behind closed doors?
Yes.
What was that guy's name? Was it Pig something?
Lacey, I'm the wrong one to ask for people's names. I never remember names. I remember
Mhm.
music. I always remember that, but I don't remember names. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just that style of music. I
Yeah,
love it.
the slip note. It's kind of like the Floyd
Mhm.
Kramer style. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
really
love
influenced.
that.
Yeah, the country and it's amazing. You can make anything sound country by if you just start playing with that little. I don't have my piano
Mhm.
on, or I would do it. The little, you know what I'm talking about. The country third, I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's great country. I love country as well.
Mhm.
I grew up with it, and Garth Brooks was always on the radio in the '90s, and before that, I love Willie Nelson. I love the old stuff too, Merle Haggard, and I'm even liking like the new country that's coming out just now, because it's so Zach Bryan is kind of sweeping the nation. Do you like Zach Bryan?
Yes, I do. And some of these new Post Malone songs that are coming
Yeah,
out, I just kind of really love them. I don't know.
Post. I know a little Post Malone. Is he doing some country now?
Yeah, he's doing some country now. I don't
Wow.
know. I just get really excited.
Yes. So country music is a great genre of music that I really get into, especially, in the South here in Texas. I mean, that's what we grow up on.
Mhm.
So I love it too. And I love the style of playing. It's just so inviting. It's so,
Mhm.
and you can relate to it so easy, you know?
Mhm.
So I do love country music here being in Central Texas. So you kind of just did stuff on your own. So when did you
Mhm.
first run into, I guess you said you started online, and how was your first experience doing that?
Well, basically what I did is I wanted to learn more online, so I was just searching on YouTube, and that's how I found you.
Okay.
I was looking on YouTube, and I've never really used anyone. I didn't try anyone else. I found you on YouTube because didn't you play those
Oh yeah.
beginnings or intros or something? And then I found that,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
where I found you.
Yes, and I did. Yeah, all those beginnings, and some people get mad at
Mhm.
me because I only put the part one, and they find out, you got to pay for the rest of it, and they
That's
really get
okay.
mad at me.
No, because I got excited when I heard it, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is beautiful," and then maybe I can learn.
Good, good. Well, I wonder. You said in your email that like my lessons, only ones that you can learn from, they work for you, and I love hearing that you found, not that I'm the only one that you can learn from, but that you found something that works for you.
Mhm.
And that's kind of my thing is, people learn to read sheet music, and like you said, it's not the songs that you want to play. And even if you did get the songs you wanted to play with the sheet music isn't going to be like what they're playing. You can't find sheet
Yeah,
music that's what they're doing. You can't.
no.
And so I love that that worked for you, and you were able to play songs the way that you hear them. So
Mhm.
you can play like they're playing. That video you sent
Mhm.
that I did the hard request, you wanted to play what he was doing, not a version, not a
Yeah.
rendition, but you wanted to do what he was doing because what he's doing is awesome. So
Oh,
I love that I kind of can bridge the gap for you there on
I
that.
love
Um,
that.
so did you have any trouble with my tablature at first? Because some people will look at it and see the letters up and they go, "What the heck is that?" Was that something that was immediate for you, or did it take you some time to get used to?
No, I kind of picked it out right away, but I cheated. I write the letters on the keyboard.
Uh huh.
I get one of those I don't know, erasable markers
Yes.
and I just wrote it on the keyboard. And I've come a long ways. I don't know if I'll ever be able to really read sheet music very good, but I know where all the keys are. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've come a
Well,
long
I
way
don't.
with
People will
things.
use that phrase and they'll say, "I cheated," but man, I don't think it's cheating. If it's helping you to
Mhm.
get to learn, and
Mhm.
you're getting through a hurdle or over something that was hard, I don't think it's
Mhm.
cheating because there's more than one way to learn.
Yeah.
So what have you played? I know you tried the song I had given you, and the two what was it, George Strait songs?
Yeah.
What else
The
have you
first
played?
the first song I ever played was Sweet Caroline.
Oh yeah,
Um, I love that, and I love that the melody is on there too,
yeah, yeah.
and so I don't have to sing it, and so I love that. That's where I started, and then I've just kind of played some of your country music. One song that I'm really excited about is it okay, it's you did it just this year, I think, and I haven't started it yet, but is it Don't Stop Believing by Journey or something where you watch the video and the guy's like playing in the mall and he stands up when he's
Yes,
playing?
that
I
is.
was
That's a really hard one.
I
Some of it
couldn't
is. Some of it's very doable. But have you
but I
watched
was
that video of him playing?
yes, and I just love it.
He
But I mean, it might take me a year to learn, but I'm gonna
That's okay. And I love your attitude because you can also go and say, "Well, I'm going to learn the first part of this and have fun with it. And if I can't play the rest of it, that's all right. And maybe I'll skip through and learn some other parts." But too many people get down on themselves and they quit because they have one little roadblock or one little hurdle. And I hate that the music community at large makes you feel like you're cheating or you're if you don't do it the traditional way. I hate that. That makes me so mad because I have done it that way. And
uh-huh,
I have my feet in both worlds, the classical music world, sight reading. I've gone as far as you can go in that
uh-huh,
arena, and then I've also done all the country rock and everything that. And I think they're both valuable. And I
mhm,
don't like one side to look at the other and say, "You're cheating. You're not as good as me." I hate that.
mhm,
And some
mhm,
people will quit playing because of that. From one experience of someone going, "Oh, you can't read sheet music. Well, you're cheating." So I love that you're still doing it, and you're having the courage to keep playing. And
mhm.
your attitude of saying, "I want to play that, Don't Stop Believing song because that one is fun." I mean, that'll bring the house down.
Yeah, it's so pretty. My goal is to get good enough that I could go play at the nursing home, but I'm not there yet.
All right.
But for the people.
I love this. Well, this interview is supposed to be about you, but I keep feeling like I want to help you with this. That's a great goal to have. Stick
Mhm.
with that.
I'm
And I'll
trying.
tell you, if I can give you a little advice, because the nursing home people are the sweetest, lovingest people who will love whatever you do. They're not going to judge you. I used to play at nursing homes a long time ago. Find some stuff that's super easy that you're not going to get worried about. And just, especially if it's older stuff that they'll remember and country, that they all will love it. And just a few easy things and just do it. Just make yourself, don't say, well, when I get this good, because then you'll never do it. Pick a
Okay.
date and say, I'm going to do it on this date, and I'm going to do this 1, 2, or 3 songs, or whatever, and just do it, because they're going to love whatever you do. And there'll be something that happens for you on that day that you do it that you'll have something that you didn't have after you finish, a confidence, a level of achievement,
Mhm.
and it will make you want to do it again. So I would say put a date on the calendar, a couple months, whatever, and just do it, Lacey.
Okay. Yeah, I would really love to do that. I just something I would like to try doing,
Yeah,
but yeah, I
that's
love your
wonderful.
program.
I want
Yeah.
you to share your gift like that. I mean, because that's when you always say learn, play, share, and it sounds kind of hokey, share the music, but that's what it is. It's playing for other people, especially people that are in the nursing homes that are in there all day and they're lonely, they're
Mhm.
depressed, and even some of them are suicidal. And if for someone to come in and play some music just is a bright ray of sunshine to them, like you wouldn't believe. I'm sure you know that. But
Mhm.
I'd love that you have that in your mind. Don't let anyone take that away from you, tell you can't do it. And I would say go for it. And I want to see a little video of it if you do it. I won't show it to anybody, I
Okay.
promise, but I would love to see a video of that.
Okay.
So well, so what do you do for a living? Are you a nurse?
No, I work at a bank. I'm an
Okay.
egg loan officer. Yeah, like an agricultural loan officer.
Okay.
But it's kind of stressful. I like to just play music because your mind doesn't, your mind can forget your problems. So, or
Exactly.
forget the stress,
You're
I
right.
love that.
You're right. Music is therapeutic. I had a guy on
Mhm,
earlier and he was telling me his mom had cancer when he was a kid.
mhm,
And it
mhm.
was one of those where it was real long and drawn out, and he saw things little kids should ever have to see with his
Oh,
mother. And he had some other problems going on. And he said that stuck with him. He's older guy. Well, not that old. He's maybe 30, late 30s, but he still
mhm.
carries that with him. 'Cause people don't realize the trauma you have when you're a kid. You never get rid of that. You just learn to deal with it. It's still there. It's never going to go away, but you learn how to cope with it.
Right.
And one of the ways to do that for a lot of people is music. And I don't know what
Uh-huh.
it is, but music has a connection to our brain, our soul, that allows us to, I don't want to say escape, because you don't escape, but it allows you to deal with things, it allows you to have some serenity, in the midst of the storm, so to speak. And I love to hear you say that you use it in that way. What do you play
I
on?
do.
What kind of keyboard?
I have a piano,
Okay, an
and
actual acoustic piano.
yeah, it's an actual piano. I just got it for like $250. My
Uh-huh.
mom was really good at playing, and so she passed away a couple years ago, and so I just really wanted to kind of pick that up too in memory
Yeah.
of her. You know what I mean?
Wonderful. I love this. This is great. This music is more
Mhm,
about just the music. It's what you share, how you share it, how it's part of
mhm.
your life. And that's what I keep seeing. All you people who are successful, and I count you as a success, that it's a part of your life. It's not just something you do on the side because you want to say you can play the piano. It's really,
Oh,
you need it, you know?
yeah, I
Yeah.
do need it, and I love what you're doing. I even have more hired requests that I'm gonna
Yes.
I have like a
Yes.
whole list.
I love them. Yeah, and I even when I'm doing these, I hate having to charge for them, but I have to because it's my living.
No, I'm
But
glad you do.
I love what'd you say?
I'm glad you do charge for 'em. You have to, but, like, I have, like, 3 that I have in mind, but and sometimes you're busy too, but I'm
I
always
am. I do get busy. But I'll try to make you a good deal on it. I'll try to do that since you're doing this for me, because this is going to be great for me. I'm going to put this on my testimonial page so that people can hear you guys talk about how it's been good for you.